Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the channel if you're new here. In this week's video I'm going to be showing you how to replace the front brake master cylinder on this Honda CG125. It's worth noting that this is a 1990s motorcycle and typically it would have had a drum brake on the front. However, this one's been upgraded and customised to have a disc brake on the front, and that's why it's got this front brake master cylinder that we're going to be changing. As you can see, it's very corroded around here where it's leaking. If you didn't know, brake fluid is highly corrosive, and you can see all the paint's blistered up. So I've got a brand new one which we're going to be replacing this one with, and here it is. It's pretty much identical apart from the sight glasses on the other side. This one's got a 10mm banjo bolt on it, so just make sure when you order it, it's either got an 8mm or a 10mm banjo bolt. And I'll put links in the description to these master cylinders, the different types you can have. It should be a straightforward swap, but I thought I'd make a video about it anyway because there's a few differences here. I'm using a hydraulic switch for the brake, whereas this one comes with a standard switch on the back of the brake lever, but I'll be using the hydraulic switch. I'm going to start by removing my brake lever. Now this little sensor on the end here is a pressure switch, and that switches the brake light on and off. So I need to keep that, but it's hardwired in underneath the tank. It's a soldered connection. So if I start unwinding this bolt on the end, it's actually going to twist up the cable and probably break. So what I'm going to do is take the reservoir off first and then unwind the reservoir from this switch so that we don't twist up the cable and break it. Hope that makes sense. It does in my head anyway. So let's remove this bracket. You can see here it's got brake fluid on the handlebars already, and it's actually taken the paint off, so that's not good. I'm glad we're replacing this. If you do accidentally spill any brake fluid on your paintwork, make sure you wipe it off straight away. So I've just got this little dish ready to catch the brake fluid and a clean rag. Let's get a little adjustable spanner in here. Once you've loosened off the brake switch, you can then unscrew the master cylinder, being careful not to twist up the cables too much as it will damage them. So just hold on there, unscrew, and be prepared to catch any brake fluid as you remove the reservoir. Okay, let's put that one to one side. And now we can get our new master cylinder, take out this banjo bolt in the end. Let's use these new sealing washers. Take the old ones off. New ones on. That. And now we can get the new one and just wind that on, making sure we don't twist up this cable because we don't want to damage that. And now it's just a case of bolting this master cylinder on to the handlebars. Make sure it's in a nice position. Let's have this level. I do rather like the black brake lever that it comes with, but I'm going to swap it back over just so that they're matching, as I haven't got another black one for the other side. That's the only reason, or else I'd probably just keep it as it is because I quite like the look of the black, and they feel fairly good quality as well. For the price, I can't complain. There we go. I'm going to be using .4 synthetic brake fluid. It does say on the top to use .3 or .4. So let's take the cover off. Careful not to lose the screws. And all we want to do is fill this up so that it's halfway across the sight glass. And then we're going to squeeze the brake lever and you'll see the bubbles come out. And that's just bleeding any air out of the system. And we don't want air in the system for the hydraulics to work properly. So just gently keep bleeding. And there we go. I'm going to top it off a little bit more. Really gently do this. And you'll just gradually see bubbles come out of these little holes here. Once you're happy that there aren't any more bubbles coming out of this when you squeeze the brake lever, we can refit the seal, and then this plastic cover goes on, and then finally we can refit this cover and screw it up. Give it a wipe over just in case you spilt any brake fluid anywhere, and that's it. Job's a good one. The brake should feel nice and firm. You can see the brake fluid level here is about half to 3/4 of the way up the sight glass. Some reservoirs have lines on them say maximum and minimum, and you just want it to sit in between there. But halfway to 3/4 of the way up the sight glass with a little air gap at the top should be ideal. I just need to check to make sure that the rear brake light still works on the switch, which it does. So I can unscrew the switch on the bottom of this because we're not actually using that switch, but I'll keep it as a spare just in case. That's another little job he ticked off the list. It's been bugging me for absolutely ages having that corroded master cylinder. So I hope this video has given you the confidence to replace one yourself at home. If it has, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you click the little alarm bell, you'll get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks for watching as always, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers guys, bye for now.